Chapter 11. Open thy doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour thy cedars. Howl, fir tree, for the cedar is fallen, because the mighty are spoiled. Howl, O ye oaks of Bashan, for the forest of the vintage is come down. There is a voice of the howling of the shepherds, for their glory is spoiled, a voice of the roaring of young lions, for the pride of Jordan is spoiled. Thus saith the Lord my God, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty, and
members of the jury, have you reached a verdict? If you'll please fold the verdict form and hand it to Deputy Jarvis. Okay, if you'll please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 18th Judicial Circuit in and for Seminole County, Florida, State of Florida versus George Zimmerman. Verdict: we the jury find George Zimmerman not guilty. So say we all four-person.
Does either side want to poll the jury?
We would, Your Honor.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as your juror number is being called, please answer whether this is your verdict.
Juror B 29, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror B 76, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror B 37, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror B 51, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror E 6, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror E 40, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies, I wish to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors. No juror could ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We have recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also at liberty to refuse to speak to anyone. A request to discuss either your verdict or your deliberations may come from those who are simply curious, from those who might seek to find fault with you, from the media, from the attorneys, or elsewhere. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. Is there anything we need to take up before the jury before they're sent back to the jury room to be discharged?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ladies, thank you very much. You will be taken back to the jury room to be discharged.
The verdict in the George Zimmerman murder trial is not guilty. For all of our cable viewers on Fox News Channel and our broadcast viewers on Fox across the nation, this is the trial we have been watching now for
Mr.
weeks.
Zimmerman, you're
moment by moment wondering which way this would go. 17-year-old Trayvon Martin killed February 26, 2012. The man you see there, 29-year-old George Zimmerman, said it was in self-defense. He was a neighborhood watchman and felt threatened by a young man he had seen and followed. And now he has been acquitted by this juror.
Okay, shalom to all the brothers throughout the world associated with the GMS camps. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and all double honors to the elders of GMS. Well, this is part 2. Alright, to my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, on the Hang Esau in the Gallows page on YouTube. You know, any comments you have, of course, you know, put them down or whatever. Of course, brothers, you know, associated with the GMS camps, you know, definitely put your comments. And anybody that are not a part of GMS out there in the world, first time viewing this, you know, put your comments down or whatever. whatever you want, negative or positive, it doesn't really matter. We're not gonna I'm not gonna block you, or I'm not gonna put comment pending approval or none of that stuff like these phony Israelite groups out there, such as the ICUPK and different other phony Israelite groups out there who are associated with the government, who have a 501c3 status, that have to comply with what the government tells them to teach, and not according to the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the real God of the Bible, God of the Hebrew Israelites. So now, anyway, you saw this this brief video, showing you how Esau, the murderer, pursuant to St. John chapter 8 verse 44, is a murderer and always gets away with it. Now this guy here, George Zimmerman, he is what you would call a tare. The parable of the tares and the wheat. He's a tare. He has the look of a Israelite, of a Latino. He looks like a like Issachar, or his mom is Panamanian, I believe, and he looks like a Latino, which that leads me to believe that this is definitely a conspiracy to bring more division, divide and conquer between the tribes. Knowing that Israel is standing on their feet once more, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai coming together against them. They want to keep that division there between Judah, the so-called negroes, the so-called Haitians, Jamaicans, and the so-called black tribes, to be against the so-called Latino tribes, which is Ephraim and Zebulon and Issachar and the different tribes, to keep that tension there, keep that going. That's called divide and conquer. Alexander the Greek did it, and they're still doing it. The scriptures say that we are not to be ignorant of Satan's devices, and this is one of Satan's devices. Divide and conquer. So he's a tare. He's a cracker, man. He's an Edomite, and not only is he an Edomite, he's the worst of the Edomites. He's an Amalekite. All right, and definitely the Most High has a bone to pick with them, because out of all the Edomites, they are the top of them, of the wicked. They are the ones who control the world. That's why you hear the term so-called Jews, because they're not the real Jews. The real Jews are the negroes. They came in cargo slave ships during the 1600s over here to America from the north and west coast of Africa. Okay, so once again, I'm continuing this series. Each part I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, bring out edification. All right, so just stay tuned and keep watching these series, because pretty much I could go from now to the time that the Lord comes back to bring vengeance against Esau and this Babylonian kingdom, man. And according to Galatians 6 and 7, whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And definitely George Zimmerman and all these so-called Jews, these Edomite scumbags, are definitely going to receive their reward for what they have done. Shalom.